What happened to the lonely guy of your high school class? Trevor Kim was the guy everyone assumed would end up alone. He sat by himself at lunch every day in high school, always in the same spot near the vending machines, reading manga or playing his Nintendo DS. He had exactly 2 friends, David and Aaron, and the 3 of them were basically inseparable, but only with each other. They never branched out, never went to parties, never seemed interested in the social hierarchy the rest of us were obsessed with. I remember junior year, some girls in my English class were talking about how sad it was that Trevor was always alone. Someone should invite him to something, Kelly Brennan said, like she was planning a charity project. But nobody ever did. He seemed fine, honestly, just existed in his own little world with David and Aaron. I graduated in 2009 and mostly lost touch with people from high school except through Facebook. I'd see Trevor's posts occasionally. Photos of him and David and Aaron at conventions, dressed up in elaborate cosplay, pictures from their anime marathons, screenshots from whatever game they were all playing together. The same 2 guys, over and over for years. Then there was Brandon Mitchell. Brandon was the guy everyone loved. Student body president senior year, captain of the soccer team, dated Lindsay Harper, who was basically high school royalty. He had that effortless charisma where he could walk into any group and immediately become the center of it. Teachers loved him. Students loved him. He won prom king by a landslide. At graduation, Brandon gave this speech about friendship and staying connected and how our class was special. People actually cried. I remember thinking he'd probably end up in politics or running some huge company someday. I saw him around occasionally after high school. He went to CU Boulder, joined a fraternity, seemed to be living exactly the life you'd expect. His Instagram was full of party photos, ski trips, huge friend groups. He was always smiling in every single picture. I ran into Trevor at a coffee shop in Denver in 2018. I almost didn't recognize him. He'd grown a beard and looked healthier than he had in high school. Less gangly. He was with David and Aaron, naturally. They were arguing enthusiastically about some anime I'd never heard of. "Hey, Trevor," I said, because it felt weird not to say something. He looked up, took a second to place me, then smiled. "Oh, hey, James. How's it going?" We made small talk for a few minutes. He was working as a software developer. David was doing IT for some company. Aaron was a graphic designer. They still got together every weekend, had standing plans for Friday night gaming sessions and Sunday afternoon anime binges. Same group since high school, Trevor said, and there was something in his voice. Not pride exactly, but contentment. Why mess with what works? I thought about that conversation a lot after Brandon died. It happened in February 2020, right before the pandemic hit. Someone from high school posted about it on Facebook, and my entire feed exploded. Brandon had killed himself in his apartment in Denver. No note, no warning signs that anyone could identify afterward, though of course everyone tried. The funeral was packed. Hundreds of people showed up. Lindsay was there with her husband, sobbing. Brandon's fraternity brothers gave eulogies. His parents looked destroyed. Everyone kept saying the same thing. He seemed so happy, and I just saw him last month and he was fine. And I had no idea he was struggling. His Instagram was still up for months afterward. I scrolled through it one night, looking at all those smiling photos, trying to find some hint of what had been happening behind them. There was nothing. Just Brandon at parties, Brandon with friends, Brandon on vacation, Brandon looking like he had everything figured out. I thought about Trevor again, about how everyone in high school had felt sorry for him, assumed he was lonely and miserable because he only had 2 friends and spent his weekends playing video games instead of going to parties. Trevor's still in Denver, still working as a software developer, still meeting up with David and Aaron every weekend. I saw on Facebook last month that the 3 of them went to some convention in Phoenix, posted a photo of them in matching cosplay outfits looking absolutely ridiculous and completely happy. Brandon's parents started a mental health foundation in his name. There's a scholarship at our high school now for students who demonstrate leadership and community involvement. I think about both of them sometimes, how we spent 4 years of high school certain we knew who had it figured out and who didn't, how wrong we were about almost everything.